5 weeks after toppling President Omar al Bashir, pro-democracy protesters were celebrating again after military leaders and the opposition alliance agreed Sudan would transition to democratic rule.
We promise our great people that the agreement will be totally completed and achieving the aspiration of our people in less than 24 hours.
But a day later, chaos had returned to the streets of the capital, Khartoum. Talks were put on hold and soldiers were once again firing live ammunition at demonstrators. The head of Sudan's Transitional Military Council blamed protesters for the delay in talks, accusing them of provoking soldiers and breaking a deal to de-escalate, a claim protesters deny. By Sunday evening, negotiations had resumed and the Military Council reiterated its support for a democratic future.
We want free and fair elections and for the Sudanese people to elect who they want.
So far, the Opposition Alliance and the Military Council have agreed on a 3-year transitional period ahead of a 2022 election and a transitional council made up of 2 ruling bodies. One is a 300-member legislative council with 2/3 of seats going to an alliance of civilian opposition groups that have been part of the negotiations with the army. The other is the Sovereign Council, or Upper House, which will hold ultimate power. But how that will be made up and who will lead remains up in the air. One of the main sticking points is the inclusion of Islamic law in the country's future. The Opposition Alliance has left it out of the plan, but rival protesters came out in force on the weekend demanding it remain.
They were shouting and saying, we are revolutionaries as well, but we will not accept the leftists and communists and secularism to come and rule us. Again, we want a respect for the Islamic identity of Sudan.
We tell the military council to stand at an equal distance from all sides in Sudan. We do not want to exclude anyone, but we did not drop an Islamic dictator to replace him with a leftist dictator.
Some analysts say this is one of the main reasons why an election is being delayed.
Parties that claim to represent opposition don't want the elections. They want a means by which to secure power and dominate. And the military council wants election because it knows that the parties that support it will win.
So if timing is everything, will Sudan move to civilian rule sooner or later? Denise Savoya, The Newsmakers.